Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another episode of GeekVerse podcast. I am one of your hosts, the Scooby Dooby Doo, Taylor Field, and I'm joined by.
Hey, my name is Dylan Muss.
Yes, and we are here. Oh my gosh, another Dylan Taylor duo here. I mean,
Twice
what a
in 1 week.
week. Yeah, that's fantastic. It's a
Breaking
rare
records.
occurrence. So we're here, Weekly Geek, because we got a lot of MCU things to break down.
Yes.
It's like pretty much just an MCU show with trailers added in at the end, so it's going to be a good discussion.
Can I ask you one Star Wars question, though, before we get into anything at all?
Oh, yeah, I'm here for it.
I heard this thing mentioned a couple weeks ago, and I just can't stop thinking about it. How does gravity work on the Death Star? Is it like a planet in that like everything centers around the center and you kind of walk around in a big loop? Or are there like floors on a Death Star like there are a building? Do you know how it should work? Because it's huge, right? It's like planet or moon sized at least, right?
Yeah, small moon size.
It must have its own gravity then. Like it has to pull you into the center, right?
Well, I mean that kind of logic, like it applies to like all Star Wars ships. Like, how is it that when you get into the cockpit of an X-wing, like you can move around like it's without gravity, right? Like, why can you walk around the Millennium Falcon and not like float
So you
around,
think-
right?
But Death Star's big enough. Like, do you think with the scale of that, like, would they just straight up let gravity do its thing, or do they have like anti-grav like features going on for the entire thing?
Does now I'm not an expert on this, but in space, does size mean just size generate gravity, or does size plus
Well,
other
more so, I
forces?
feel like to build the anti-grav tech for an entire Death Star, that seems like it would be expensive and it'd be quite a lot to maintain, right?
It would.
Whereas,
be.
like, if
It would be.
if it kind of just works well with gravity, like with natural gravity, I feel like that's economical, follows the laws of nature. That seems like the way to go.
We've never seen any Star Wars planets where there's different levels of gravity. Everyone is just, they move like they
That's
would on
kind
Earth.
of true.
Mm-hmm.
There must be a counterexample of some planet where people be jumping 20 feet in the air, right? That's kind of crazy if they've never done that.
think
It feels like
so.
one of the easiest like space sci-fi
Even
concepts. Like you think, oh, Obi-Wan show, let's finally do it. Let's get these guys jumping
you'd
way up
think,
there.
like a good
I
example
mean, I guess they can
too-
already jump super high, like Jedis can at least, because they're
Jedi
just super
can.
strong.
They can. Like, if you were to
Maybe
look at Empire
Force.
Strikes Back, when in the asteroid field, the Falcon lands inside the asteroid. They go inside the giant space slug thinking it's just a cave. They get out and they walk around, and there's no gravity thing or anything. It's not like they're moving slow in space. They're walking around, and all they
Yeah.
are just they're inside a space slug's stomach. But apparently there's
Mhm.
gravity in there. So,
Okay.
yeah, I just don't think gravity really exists in Star Wars. That being said, when you're in space, you're going to float
Yeah.
around. We've seen that before, but...
For sure. And I mean, I'll always remember in the review for one of those new Star Wars trilogy movies, Amber commenting
lob
how
shots?
the lob
I
shot. Yeah,
remember
I
that.
always think about the lob shots. Like, obviously, I don't think they care much about like logic and gravity and things like that. It's it's fantasy. It's sci-fi fantasy mixture,
Mm-hmm.
right? We kind of break the rules.
Yeah, that's Last Jedi, where Snoke's ship
that
is
makes sense.
flying, and you see the lasers just like lobbing.
Yeah.
It's just a
Cool,
bullet
cool
drop.
shot, but it doesn't make a lot of sense.
Doesn't make a lot of sense. No, yeah, yeah. Good question though. That's a neat perspective to think about.
Yeah.
But I will say too, the Death Star also like it has multiple floors too, like with elevators.
Right. But I mean, you could still have multiple floors, whether or not it's kind of built around like in a circular formation,
Mhm.
like around, or if it's just like one. Like imagine that, just if it wasn't based around that one center. Imagine like how long do you think that takes? Elevator to go from top to bottom of that thing? It's
3 days.
Take like, yeah, seriously, it's crazy.
Yeah.
How does anything get done? It's insane.
Yeah. No freaking kidding.
Because there's teleporters? Is that tech we use in Star Wars? Can people teleport around?
It's
Not
not
really,
something
right?
the
I
Empire
guess, like,
has.
I guess we do like the light jumps. What do they call?
Yeah,
like,
hyperspace. That's as close to
hyperspace?
teleporting as you're gonna get.
But that's like that's pretty limited. You really got to give it. You got to give her to get that happen. It's not like some Jedi can just teleport around, really, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, you
Yeah.
can't unless you're using like there are teleporting things with
I
portals
guess a
and time
force
travel.
ghost is
but-
kind of like teleporting.
yeah, but you're
Like
dead at that point.
when Mark Hamill, when he sends his ghost out to like wherever that, I don't know from where to when, but when he's doing his big sacrificial moment, that's kind of like teleporting ish.
When his sacrificial moment, which
Doesn't he
part?
die when he's like projecting? I can't remember. He's like projecting his body
yes.
or something.
I
Like that.
w- yeah, how would you classify as that as teleporting though? Because it's just an illusion. It's just a projection. I think that like projection and teleporting,
Yeah.
like, but he is conscious and he is present there mentally.
Yeah, I'm just thinking that's kind of like the closest you
Mm,
get to
that would be.
teleportation. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
not
I
really
agree.
teleportation. No.
Magic.
Thank you for indulging me.
Yeah, yeah. I hope I was able to kind of answer. That's a tough one. That's a tough one.
Mm-hmm.
My goodness. Well, I just want to talk Star Wars now. Let's screw the Marvel topics. Let's just break into some Lucasfilms.
6 minutes was enough for me. Just kidding.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, we got stuff to get into, but before we get into it, what do we have popping off? You would have just done a side quest, correct?
Juicy episode. Yeah, me and Travis covered the new Steam machine thing. We made it. There's a pizza bet embedded in that episode, so you got it. You got to watch the episode.
Ooh.
It's a good one.
Did I get logged in the Discord too?
It is also in the Discord,
Okay.
but you should listen to
Watch
the
the
episode first
episode,
for the
yeah.
full context. Yeah, because we did hash out the rules of this pizza bet on the episode, whereas I think the post Travis made in the Discord is like one little sentence, but there's more meat on that bone.
Okay. Yeah, I gotta have specifics with Travis's pizza bets. That's for sure.
I was trying to make sure I dotted my I's, crossed my T's.
Cool. Right on. What else is kicking around? We've got Predator Badlands and the Running Man reviews that are on the feeds. We've got tons of stuff. Yeah, welcome to Dairy, the TV show that's been popping off lately. You and me just did the review for that on Sunday. And yeah, just other things that are exclusive to the Patreon. I can't shout out the Patreon enough. You got to go check it out because there's exclusive early episodes that are dropping there. And we've got like a big roster of things coming out in 2026. You can watch this really cool, funny little video Travis created on the social media channels, which kind of highlights everything. Yeah, so it's a good time. And on top of that, our Patreon producers, Aaron Braden, April of Darkness, Jack Grant, Sam, Superbad Mike, The Good God Loves Me 69, Charlie Randall, Cocktail Clay, John with No H, and Sam Green. You folks are fantastic. Thank you very much. We love you all. And yeah, just the Patreon just has everything and anything you can imagine. So it's a great place to be. I think that's everything that I can think of at the top of my head to shout out currently. But yeah, so like I said before, there's a lot of Marvel stuff that's popping off right now. More stuff than I actually realized because I had seen some of these topics on my news feeds, but then there's some other things that kind of snuck in there too, which is quite exciting. And I'm curious what you think about this first topic here, Dylan. Some web slinging action and some victors and.
Yeah, so I guess the first thing we have here is that apparently this is a B tier level scoop. Is that Tobey's Spider-Man is gonna be in Doomsday instead of Tom Holland. Now we already knew Tom Holland was out because of the conflict of it filming at the same time as the Odyssey, and there's not much that I feel like an actor would pass up to be in an Avengers movie, but one of those things is certainly to be in a Chris Nolan movie. So I think I think that's where he was at, right? So we knew he wasn't going to be in this movie. But yeah, it looks like they wanted a Spidey to be in here, which makes sense. You put a Spidey on the poster, you put him in the trailers, people get hyped about that. People might go to a movie just to see Spidey. Maybe they're out on Avengers and Marvel. They haven't seen Thunderbolts, they haven't seen Captain America, just based on the box office of those two movies. They don't know what's going on in this current universe of things. They haven't seen F4. But you know what? They see Tobey or they see any Spider-Man on the poster, and they might just get a ticket anyway. So I think it makes a lot of sense to get one of them in there. And yeah, I feel like if I'm running through the playbook here of what they do, I feel like Feige shows up first or makes a phone call, whatever he does, to Tobey, and he says, "Hey, Tobey, do you want to be in this?" And if Tobey says yes, then Toby's in your movie, good. Then if he says no, then you go to Garfield. You know, Garfield's great. We love him. He was great in No Way Home. But I kind of feel like he's maybe the second choice, and that's already kind of being the third choice after because Tom Holland was busy filming another thing at this time. So, yeah, I think this makes a lot of sense, and I could see it happening for sure. Now we're gonna talk about like a potential plot for this movie, and I don't really know how Toby or really anyone other than one specific character fits into that narrative. But I would be super down for this. I think it would be kind of fun to see what Toby, because let's say assume it's just Toby. It'd be cool to see what that is like to just have him, right? Because we got the No Way Home trilogy, and of course that is a fun trio. I'd take that any day of the week. But also to just have him with all these MCU characters. Maybe you get Hugh Jackman in there too. You finally get that on-screen moment. I feel like there's a lot of fun potential to be had there outside of just him being like one of the Spider crew, right? Like he's kind of just that opens up the world of possibilities of other connections he could have. Or maybe it's just Doom going to Toby's universe and he just takes out MJ and then we move on. I don't know. It could just be that too, and we don't actually get a crossover, and maybe that's a secret invasion. Not Secret Invasion, Secret Wars thing. No Secret Invasion, please. Leave that in 2022 or whenever that came out. But yeah, I would like to see this. I think it would be fun. And yeah, I guess maybe my prediction would be that it would be a smaller part in this. And then yeah, Secret Wars is when we actually get like those crossovers that I just mentioned. So I'm already walking that back. But yeah, I think this would work, could make sense, and of course, I'll take any Tobey I can get.
Yeah, I'm with you. I mean, I definitely want I want more Tobey. And on the train of Spider-Man, so I was in London Drugs the other day, and I'm always keeping my eye at like the Lego minifigure mystery packs that they release.
Yeah.
And so they have like a new line right now, which is Spider-Man Multiverse. And I was like, okay,
frick.
they're on sale too. It was $1 off. It was $4.99 a pack. So I was like, I'm gonna grab one. And so the character I got, I was super stoked. It's Peter B. Parker with Mayday. You can't really see it too well.
Okay,
Mayday is
yeah,
like
yeah.
in the baby pouch,
That's
in the baby
cute.
carrier.
I've
in
never
front of
seen
him.
a Lego baby before.
I know it's an actual
adorable.
legit little Lego baby, super little, tiny.
Oh my god.
So I'm super hyped off of this little figure. Like it's super cool. I want to go
That's so
back
cute.
and get another one because they got some other really cool variants in there too. But yeah, so. Tobey though, I'm so there for Tobey. I really would love to see him interact with more other MCU characters. I think that would be really awesome to get different conversations happening and different encounters that you just wouldn't otherwise expect or see in your generic MCU kind of storylines. So I think it's really cool. And the idea that it makes sense with Tom Holland's Spider-Man and the scheduling with the Nolan Odyssey and all of that. And of course, if people are going to be upset that we're not getting him in Doomsday, well, we're getting a movie with him, Punisher, Hulk. So he's definitely going to be getting some screen time then. And this is who's to say, Secret Wars,
Yes.
that he doesn't pop in there, and then they say, "Hey, Andrew, come on too. Let's get you, Tobey, Holland, all of you guys in there together," kind of a deal. So
I could see that. That seems extremely likely, and maybe Tobey would be a good little stepping stone towards that. You know,
Yeah.
maybe he's in peril and needs his Spidey friends that he teamed up with once upon a time.
yeah, that's right. So I'm all for it. Let's make it happen. And I was curious with specifically because Spider-Man being in Doomsday, what kind of connections could there be here? And so I checked out like some of the most memorable encounters that Spider-Man has with Doctor Doom. In the comics, that is. And so there's one where Doctor Doom actually seeks out Spider-Man as an ally because Jonah Jameson has painted Spider-Man as such a bad guy that Doctor Doom is just like, I need to get this guy on my team. I'm gonna go find him. And then he's like, oh, you're not a bad guy, and they get into like a fight then, because Spider-Man refuses him. There's another instance where Black Fox steals a gem from Doctor Doom, and the gem belongs to his late mother, and so he Spider-Man ends up getting the blame here, and Doctor Doom's like, you need to get this back in 24 hours or else. And so Spider-Man gets the jewelry back to Doctor Doom.
I would be shocked if that was the route we went in this one, but cool.
He stole my late mother's
Yeah.
egg. The last one here, which I thought was really interesting, was so Spider-Man goes to Latveria undercover to face off against Doctor Doom because Mary Jane goes missing, and so Spider-Man believes her to be hidden away in Latveria, and so Spider-Man
Oh,
like
she's
sneaks
shacking
in.
up with Doctor Doom.
Yeah, Norman Osborn,
Wow.
Doctor Doom. She's hitting all the big bads. So Spider-Man actually breaks into Doom's castle, which is very interesting. But
I'd love to see that.
yeah, I think there's definitely some really neat things here, story wise. So yeah, just very two different characters. But of course, I have to remind myself, yes, Tobey Spider-Man rumored to be in Doomsday, but there's going to be other heroes that are also in this movie on top of that, right? So
Yeah, do you think though that Toby's inclusion in this would have any of those crossover things, or would that be more reserved for Secret Wars? Like, do you think it's just Doom visiting Toby's world for probably a scene or two, and then we get that little sequence and we move on?
ooh. Well, that ties into another thing that I read because there's another comic where he was trying to take out or get Spider-Man, and he kidnaps Flash Thompson, thinking it was Spider-Man, and he's like,
Okay.
"Oh, you're not," and so Spider-Man comes and saves Flash Thompson. But that's where he was going to try and take down Spider-Man on his own turf, and then the Fantastic Four arrives and helps Spider-Man. So you have
Okay.
like all five of them team up against Doctor Doom, which is pretty sweet as well. So
Very cool.
I don't know if that answers your question.
No, it was like another branch in the multiverse, but I like that. That was fun. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, at the end of the day, I love Tom Holland's Spider-Man, but I'm definitely not. I'm not gonna lose sleep over something like this. Like I'm excited, and I lose sleep over the idea of Tobey actually being in here because ever since Far From Home, or sorry, No Way Home, I've just been craving it, craving to have more Tobey in there, right?
No, I mean it's funny. It's like Tom Holland wasn't around, so they swap him out for Toby as like a backup plan. But like I feel like for most fans, that's like that's a win. Like that's a bonus for us. Like that's even better. So we'll
It
take
is.
it. We'll take
But
it.
here's the, and of course, I'm hoping this isn't the case because I like the pitch where we have all three Spider-Man reunite in Secret War. So, that being said, putting that to the side, do you think there's a chance that that doesn't happen, that Tobey Spider-Man gets killed in this movie? Because I feel like Avengers
Whoa.
Doomsday is going to have a lot of deaths and a lot of people are going to die, aka like thunderbolts.
Jeez, that would be crazy. I mean, there's always a world where it's like not our Toby. It's like just another multiverse Toby that's not the same importance one. I don't know. I think they want more crossoverness. I don't think No Way Home was the only time we're getting the three of them. I just obviously that was also a billion-dollar movie, so you don't want to just throw away that potential fire, right? So I don't know. I would say no. I don't think Toby will get killed off in Doomsday. I think some
They
people
want to
will.
do it though, right? I mean, they shanked him in the last one.
Yeah, I guess they got pretty damn close. But when we look at that roster of people from the old X-Men movies that are getting brought back, I'm like, oh yeah, some of these guys I can see them, if not all of them, getting killed off. But Toby, that feels like you save that for Secret Wars. You don't kill him in the part 1. Toby's a part 2 death kind of guy, if any.
Yeah, no, that's true. It would crush a lot of people, I'm sure. Like,
Yeah, like Alan Cummings, he can go in Doomsday. That's understandable. But I don't think Toby, he's a bit above that tier. I think.
you'll see Xavier die for sure before Toby.
Again?
Xavier's always dying. Yeah.
Yeah, he loves to die. Yeah.
He loves to die. Oh my goodness. Detail in the chat. Get any Blu-rays, Taylor?
That was when you were doing your London drugs. That's when you posted that.
Oh, right.
yeah.
Yeah. You know what? I spent a brief second. I picked up Eternals and I held it in my hand, but I
picked it
thought,
up.
$5, I'm just not doing it. I'm not doing it. I was eyeballing.
Do you have a notable amount of the MCU movies on Blu-ray?
I do.
Oh, okay.
So I've got all the Avengers. I've got both Doctor Strange movies. I've got Shang-Chi. I've got Iron Man. I have all the Iron Mans, so I know that. I've got 2 of the Thors. I've got 3 of the
Thors?
Captain America. The first 2.
Okay. You got Dark World, okay.
I should get Ragnarok. I should buy that one actually.
Love and
Dark
Thunder though,
World.
you're like, fuck it.
I don't know. That was there. That was one of the $4.99 DVDs. It's like, I'm not
Okay.
gonna get that one.
Eternals too.
But Thor: Dark World, I have the steel case for, so that's just
So
steel
notably,
case.
you have a lot, and it is a snub that Eternals is not on the roster.
Yeah, like I saw it, I thought maybe if I get it, it's really only for the collecting purposes, but I just don't have any real pull to it, so I just didn't. I didn't go for it.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, I am the defender of that movie, and I still have only seen it once. So, and it feels like we're never going to get a movie that uses those characters again. So I don't know if I I got to brush up on my Eternals before Eternals 2 or any crossover other than Kingo on a poster. But yeah, it feels like we're not getting any of that stuff. So
No, it doesn't. I mean, maybe in Secret War, you might see one or two of them. Angelina Jolie coming back.
just get killed off in Doomsday
Yeah,
in like a montage, not even like a scene, like just a montage in the background.
just one of the what is it called, B-roll or whatever at the start, like. That
Yeah,
would be
in that Marvel
brutal.
logo when it pops up, there's just like a quick flash of like an Eternal
Oh
getting
my
their
god, yeah.
decapped or something.
Oh, but yeah, I'm always on the hunt for other Marvel DVD Blu-rays and whatnot. I want to get Loki, the season 1, but I didn't get that one.
Okay.
Do you have a sizable collection of hard copy Marvel projects?
I have 0. Over on my shelf, I have, I think, 12 DVDs. I don't think I own a Blu-ray. So no, I don't have. Do I have any? Are any of those Marvel movies?
Oh, there's
I
just
don't
12
think so.
DVDs in general. I thought you meant they were 12 Marvel movies.
No. 12 DVDs in general. From here, I can see that I have Home Alone 1 and 2, Monsters
Nice.
Inc. I Am Legend Steel Case. You've seen that. It's a
Nice.
nice one. Incredibles, King Kong. We got School of Rock. We have Tenacious D, Inception, Lord of the Rings trilogy. That might be every movie that I own.
That's
physically.
nice. That's a good
I
collection.
guess there are some at my parents' house that I could go pilfer at any moment, but I don't think I'll do that. I think 12 was great when I didn't have internet for like 3 weeks. Man, I watched every single one of those. But that's a very rare use case where I need the physical editions for things. I mean, I have a lot of games, but yeah, when it comes to movies, I got a slim collection.
I like that. That's nice. It's good to have a slim collection because you can easily have excessive collection and just run into problems.
Yeah, every time I move, I get rid of a few more, and then we're down to like the bare bone. We're down to the skeleton crew at this point, and I don't know if we can get any lower than that.
When I did a garage sale not too long ago, I had a whole bunch of DVDs that I was decided just to get rid of. I have a bunch that I'm keeping because you can't even find them on streaming. You got to rent them for like $14, whatever.
That's
but
annoying.
It is so annoying. So the ones I want to get rid of, I put them all into a big tote, put them out for the garage sale, and I think I had at first it was like 3 movies for $5, and I think I changed it after that because this guy came and my mom was helping me with the garage sale. So I zipped out real quick for like 10 minutes, and then this guy had apparently came and was like looking at my mom like, you're never going to sell these movies for this much. They should just be free. So I was flabbergasted when I heard this. Of course, no one bought any movies for the entire 2-day garage sale that we did it, but I changed it to 5 movies for $3, and yeah, no one bought any, but there were some gem movies in there. I just couldn't believe it. So
Yeah, it's a dying market. So.
it is a dying market. I'm going to donate them though, because there's where you used to live, just up the street is a store, and it's a retro video game store. And you walk in there, they had like in box the conga drums,
Like by the
for
dome.
GameCube.
You mean?
It's by the dome. It's up the street from
What?
there.
Since when?
This year, like it's very very new. He just
Dang.
opened
Okay,
up.
next time
and
I'm in Kelowna. We gotta go there. That
It's
sounds
worth
awesome.
a check out. There's so many just old school inbox like Nintendo stuff and just games and everything. And he's got a huge variety of like VHS and DVDs too. And so I'm thinking I'm gonna bring these DVDs that didn't sell
Hell
and just
yeah.
give it to the guy. So, but he's super nice. Really really cool store. So yes,
Yeah.
definitely we'll get you in there
All
next time.
I feel like all the used game stores I go to that have the obligatory DVD section, that's like a ghost town. Like I don't see anyone ever looking in there. It's dusty. It smells a bit different in those aisles. It's a different landscape. But yeah, I that's exciting because Kelowna doesn't really have used game stores. Like that's just not really. It's
not a
not maybe
thing.
not big enough, I guess, but I feel like it is big enough. So it's cool that there's a place now open. That's so cool.
Yeah. Detool popping off here. Are you standing, Dylan?
I'm standing. Yes.
Nice. And DVDs just look bad on 4K TV. I won't argue with that. So you need what, the CRTV, the old school.
Huh. I don't know if I noticed that the DVDs I was watching looked bad on my 4K TV. I don't know if I noticed that.
Do you play them on your PlayStation, or what do you play them on?
They would have been through my Series X, I think. Yeah.
Through Series X? Yeah, okay. So I feel like they'd be decent enough quality, but I'll have to test that theory next time.
Yeah.
I pop a DVD in.
Yeah, I didn't know that was a thing.
Sweet. Well, okay. Yeah, let's carry on with our after our little detour there. Good detour. We like those. So Sadie Sink, she's
of her.
going to be popping off here in Stranger Things season 5. She has been confirmed for Secret Wars, and this is on top of her already being in the new Spider-Man project with Holland,
of which we still don't know her character in Spider-Man, right?
No idea.
Like, there's been all sorts of rumors, and this is like a separate detour rumor of that. What are the odds, though, that she is 2 separate characters, one in Spider-Man and then this character that we're going to talk about? I don't think I have her on my draft anymore. I was going to say, do I get more points? But like, I think I dropped her after I got my Spidey points for her, but I did get some juicy draft points for her being cast in Spider-Man. It's got to be the same character, though, right?
I would say same character, different variant, maybe.
Yeah,
that would make
like
most sense.
Or maybe it's like she has a cover in Spider-Man, like we see her as this one character, but it's like, just kidding. I was actually this person all along that we see here. But yeah, the rumor is new rumored character is Abyss, who's kind of like a multiversal. Travis says here the human form of a multiverse.
I don't like that wording.
And I looked it up, and
good.
that wiki page was, hecka confusing. I don't know what was going on there. None of the words really made any sense to me. It was like, oh yeah, this character and this character teamed up, and I don't know any of the characters referencing. At one point, it said that this character teamed up in a war against the Beyonders, and I'm like, okay, I know a Beyonder. I didn't know there was multiple of those, but that's finally when the article was kind of coming together a little bit. So, yeah, Sadie Sink being in Secret Wars, we have to think this would be building off her character from Spider-Man. Multiverse type character. I just don't know if she has the gravitas that you need for like a human form of a multiverse. To me, I feel like you need someone who has like an extreme gravitas. She's a great actress, but I don't know if she has like a multiverse like energy to her. You know what I mean? Does that make any sense?
That makes sense. Yeah, I don't know. It's just such a weird character, I feel like, to pull in here. I mean, she's becoming a pretty well-known name, I'd say. So I feel like you give her a role that just kind of makes sense. Like a lot of people were, well, I say a lot of people, but I think it was just really Travis that was throwing out the Mayday Parker idea, which I thought, hey, that'd be pretty sweet. That'd be super, super cool.
Yep.
So there's that. Like Black Cat? No, people weren't thinking Black Cat. What was the other character they were thinking of?
Definitely no one like this. Like
No.
I think mostly, we've thought about in the context of Spider-Man characters, characters he has mingled with over the years. So I think, maybe no one really thought to consider, oh yeah, she's obviously going to be in Secret Wars, and like what would be the character be that would make sense for her to be in those 2 projects. So this definitely changes things, and I think it maybe makes sense if she, according to the notes we have here, apparently she's confirmed for Secret Wars, which means, we still don't know the character, but we at least know she's in that now. So that's even pretty big in and of itself. And I guess lends to, we've heard a lot that Spider-Man movie was like supposed to be a bit of a stepping stone to Doomsday. And I think, plans always change in the MCU machine. But yeah, I guess that kind of confirms it too. If we get this big new character, the big actress, it kind of makes sense that that's going to lead into Secret Wars. But again, with Tom Holland not being in Doomsday, it seems like we're kind of jumping over that also. Like she just is in Spider-Man and then straight into Secret Wars and not in Doomsday at all. Because, now I'm trying to think. What is the release date of those freaking movies again? Which one comes out first?
Doomsday.
Okay, Doomsday. Okay, so that makes sense then. So Doomsday's first, then Spidey, then Secret Wars.
Secret War, yeah.
Yeah, okay. That makes sense.
I didn't know there was a thing as multiversal Avengers, but it seems like it's Sunspot's kind of his team, and
That ain't
Abyss
the Sunspot I
joins
know.
it.
Yeah.
No, well, it seems like that's one of the teams that Abyss actually joins,
Okay.
which is interesting. So again, maybe that's another team that pops up during all this chaos, right? Because it just seems like it's a team based in Doctor Doom. His
That
Avengers
seems like an
movie.
animated series to me. Like, do you think we'd get that in the MCU live action? And multiversal Avengers?
If you were to kill them off right away, maybe.
But if they're multiversal, they should be like the highest power level of all the Avengers.
Yes, but then let's look at Multiverse of Madness, and you got the Illuminati, right?
Yeah.
And they just got absolutely decked by angry
You're
Wanda.
not wrong. That's a really good point. Yeah, they've done it before. Good point. Good
So
point.
yeah, they could squash them like a bug. Yeah, so I mean, I don't know the way that they Travis had worded this. Yeah, Abyss or someone who's basically human form of the multiverse. I'm not a fan of that human form of the multiverse, that embodiment. That just rubs me the wrong way. Don't like that. So I think they need to stay clear from that, and I'm totally on board with them keeping it in the same light as just Spider-Man and keep her as a Spider-Man character or someone affiliated with that. But yeah, because I mean, everything in, if it was like Abyss or someone really multiversal, then I feel like that really is a little bit too over the top, because when you look at what Spider-Man Brand New Day is, like, it's supposed to be more street level, right? Like grounded. I thought that's kind of where they were taking it with Punisher, and obviously throwing some Hulk in there too. But I thought it was going to be that kind of back to like street level Spider-Man kind of thing. And if you throw someone like Abyss in there with all the magic, I mean, we just had a huge dose of that with Peter Parker in No Way Home, right? It was heavy on the magic.
Yeah, I mean, I do think that there's a strong possibility that, kind of what I was saying earlier, like the character she plays in Spider-Man is a street level type character, a Spider-Man affiliated character, but then there's maybe a layer to it that we unpeel.
Right.
Maybe it's like a post-credit thing of like, oh shit, you thought I was this person, but I'm actually, whether she didn't know or just she was hiding it from Spidey for some reason. I don't know why she needs to get down there to New York to like figure out what's going on, the issue with the multiverse. But maybe that's what it is. And then so we post-credit, which, is a very MCU thing to do. Have a movie, she has one character, post-credit, though, like, big time sets up, okay, well, now you got to see Secret Wars. That's kind of the follow-up to this storyline. So I could see it being something like that, which, we've seen a lot of that, like, obviously, Fantastic Four, Thunderbolts, like, all these things right now are, we're converging. We're going towards a convergence with these Avengers movies. So that kind of makes sense. If, obviously, Tom Holland wasn't available for Doomsday, well, now you can have his movie just kind of afterwards connect into the second one. So I could see this working out. But yeah, I'm not a big fan of this concept of Abyss, but we'll see how they play it.
Yeah, and it seems like they want to keep Sadie Sink in tandem with wherever Holland appears, right? Like Sadie Sink being in his movie, Sadie Sink not being in Doomsday, but will be.
They put her in the
Holland
Odyssey all of a sudden.
Oh yeah, like what's going on? Throw Tobey in the Odyssey now too.
Chris Nolan and Tobey, they need to work together, 100%.
Yes, they do. Yes, I'd be down for that. They can find something in the Odyssey for him. They need extra Centaurians or something like that. Tobey would make a good Centaurian, I'm 100%. Sure.
Maybe he's already doing it. We'll see.
But yeah, so I'm just curious what her character will be. Yeah. But anything else you have on Sadie Sink?
No, we can slide along.
We can slide along right into this ad break. And we are back from that ad break. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we got a real nice another MCU topic here. Doomsday Avengers is supposed to be having a rumored storyline of Captain America kind of paralleling with Doomsday or with Doctor Doom here. So do you know anything about these two sharing a storyline together?
No,
comics?
I don't. I really don't. This is kind of uncharted territory for your boy.
It's uncharted territory for me too, but luckily we got some details here provided by the Mr. Travis Snell.
So
It
is
seems like
Travis.
Victor Von Doom's wife and son, they got killed in an accident, R.I.P., and Victor himself was injured and his body damaged. He traced the cause of the accident to Steve going back in time, and now he's after him to avenge his family. I
Uh-huh.
mean, we've already covered half of this. Steve has gone through time and has mucked around a bit, right?
Yeah, I mean, maybe Doom's wife was Peggy. You know, maybe that. Maybe
Fuck.
I don't think that's what it was.
Wow.
I don't think that's where we're going with it. But yeah, you're right. Okay, we've set that up so we could, connect that back to our last Avengers movie. A little bit of continuity there, so that makes a little bit of sense. But I have a couple questions with this, and maybe I just don't understand what Doom is doing usually, but I just don't see how this concept leads Doom to be going to all these different worlds, interacting with all these different characters. Like how do the original like Fox era X-Men characters fit into that narrative? That's a very simple narrative. It's just a revenge story, right? He's just trying to go kill the guy who killed his wife. Like we already kind of had that a bit with what's his name from Civil War. What's the guy, the dancing?
From Civil War?
Daniel Bruhl, like the villain in Civil War who kind of sicks Tony.
Oh,
and
Baron
Cap against-
Zemo. Yeah.
Yeah, Zemo. I feel like that's kind of what happened with Zemo, right? Like his wife and kid were killed in the Sokovia thing, and that's kind of set up his storyline. So I just feels like maybe we're retreading ground a little bit there, and also that's tied. That would also be kind of weird because, well, shit. I guess that is kind of like a full circle moment then, because if Civil War is all about Tony versus Cap, and this is not Tony anymore, but it's still Downey versus Cap. Like maybe that's what they're going for intentionally, and they're trying to
I
cash
dig
in
it.
on that idea again.
I kind of like that, not going to lie.
You like it now?
Yeah, because that's just a weird, distorted kind of perspective where it's not Tony's. Wow, we don't know if this is Tony as Doctor Doom, but it's like, yeah, Robert Downey Jr.'s as Tony's parents getting killed, and now, oh no, it's his wife and kid, right?
Yeah. So what are we gonna? Is the twist gonna be that Zemo actually killed Doom's wife and kids and then like framed Cap for it? he was actually the one setting up this whole event too.
I mean, I'll take more Zemo. Let's do it. Let's get him in there. But
It's been a bit. He's been on ice for a little bit. I feel like we need a break. Well,
he was,
he
in
was supposed to
Zombies.
be in. He was supposed to be in. Yeah, okay. He was supposed to be in Bolts too, right? And then he didn't end up being in the Bolts.
Yes, that's right. I believe. Yeah, he would have been great in Thunderbolts.
He would have. Yeah.
Yeah, you highlighting that retreading aspect here, very, very good point. I didn't actually think about that. So, it is something that we have seen before, and the only difference that would really, really get me jazzed is, yeah, if it is the Doom of Robert Downey Jr. Now, I think it was me and Travis were talking on a Weekly Geek not too long ago, where it seems like there's rumors of multiple Doctor Dooms in here, and like a Lady Doom as well. So it
Right, with Anna de Armas, right? Is the potential for that? a rumor?
Sure. I will believe you.
I thought that was on that episode that you were referencing. But maybe
it might have been. I don't remember that specific. I just remember the multiple Dooms. But maybe I do have a faint memory, a ghost memory of Anna de Armas being mentioned. But anyways, yeah, I digress. Yeah, I think if it is Tony's Doom, then that's absolutely something you bank on and you run with. I'm totally down to see that. With just like the tables kind of not flipped, but just this him getting the short end of the stick.
Yeah, I mean, Civil War is my favorite MCU movie. So if we're going back to that well, it's a good well to be drinking from. So
That's right.
But yeah, I don't know. Something about this just doesn't seem grand enough for the premise of an Avengers level movie or an Avengers level threat. Because does he care about anyone else, or is it are the X-Men just protecting Cap or something? Like, how do they get involved in this? He's going world to world. I don't know why he would need to kill these people. Like, he would go to the world, he'd go to X-Men land, he'd see, okay, Cap's not here. Okay, I'll go to the next one. Then he goes, to Tobey's world. Nah, Cap's not here. Let me go to the next one. Like, that doesn't sound like a very fun movie. That sounds pretty dull, actually.
Yeah, it does. It does. And the idea too, touching back on Toby and his universe, we don't have all of the Avengers and all the other heroes and stuff that exist there, right? So I mean, if we get into this storyline here with Doom and Captain America, like what other teams are existing in this storyline, right? Because I'm not even sure if there's a Fantastic Four in our main universe, MCU universe here, because they're clearly coming from a different parallel, right? Parallel
Yeah,
Earth.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And I mean, even right now, like our Cap is not even. I guess he's around as an old man, right? But like I assume we're going back
Oh.
to a young Chris Evans anyway.
Well, what if we're looking at this the wrong way? We're assuming it's Chris Evans. What if it's Sam Wilson?
Oh man, I don't think
Uh, uh.
I don't know if you saw the box office or Brave New World, but I don't know. I don't know if they're banking on Mackie being the big face on the poster here to carry this home.
I think he was. He was hoping, but yeah. I mean, he does have a team. He's assembling his Avengers, right? He's rebuilding them. So maybe.
Yeah, I mean, maybe we are misthinking this. I guess there's like it's confusing because there's so many different caps that it could be. But okay, yeah, if it was the Sam one, does that make a bit more sense, right? Because he as you're saying, he's more insulated. He's got a lot of people around. I still don't know how that really involves the multiversal people, right? I feel like that would just kind of set up our main Avengers of like trying to defend Cap. from alive.
Right, yes. And if this story is the actual story where Cap, I mean, in the notes it says Steve going back in time and causing this ruckus, but the rumor, though, is
Yeah,
that,
because
okay, it's
that's
Captain
true.
America.
Because that was not Sam. Yeah, and you would think that Doom would be smart enough to be able to tell that they're different people, even though they have the same moniker.
Well, I mean, he kidnaps Flash Thompson thinking he's Spider-Man, so, I mean, he's got wrong
True.
kidnapper syndrome.
And by that logic, U.S. agent, he's getting killed
he's
instantly.
toast.
He's like,
Yeah.
oh, that might be Cap. I'm not exactly sure. Let me just kill him anyway. That was definitely
Yeah.
what Doom would say.
Oh, absolutely.
And I mean that would make because he's on the Avengers. Like if Doom's like, okay, here's what I know about Cap. He wears this suit, has like a shield, and he's on the Avengers. Well, who's on the Avengers right now? We don't really know, I guess, but we know that there's a new Avengers team, and that involves U.S. agent and not Sam Wilson. So we'll have to see how that Avengers kind of political battle, the IP rights, how that evolves also, and by the time Doomsday rolls around.
Yeah, that's right. Cool. Trying to think if I have anything else I can add to the Doomsday Captain America kind of thing here.
If it is Doom with the revenge tale centered around Cap, which Cap do you want that to be? What do you think has more fertile ground for juicy content? Is it Sam Wilson or is it Evans?
It's Evans for sure. I think if you get that Evans square off with Robert Downey Jr.'s Doom, I mean, oh my God, that's the bee's knees. But you're not going to get that same Captain America that we had in our main MCU. I think, that Cap is old. He's old man Cap. So I think you're just going to get a Captain America from a different universe. And maybe Evans plays a bit more of a different zany personality for that Captain America.
Yeah, like they don't want him to be old wrinkly Cap for this whole movie. So do they go back and like pluck him from like, sorry buddy, I know you're dancing with Peggy and you're having a great time, but you kind of killed someone's wife and now he's coming after you. We got to bring you back. Yeah, I don't know. Seems messy, but I think no matter what happens, these two Avengers movies are going to be extremely messy, and hopefully they're still super fun. But yeah, I just think it's likely that they're going to be very, very messy. But there's too many changes. Too much stuff up in the air. Presumably last minute changes, it sounds like, for a lot of these things. I wonder if Sadie Sink, when she got hired, even knew what role she was playing. I feel like that could be unknown. She's just like, I'll play whatever you want. I'll be in Spider-Man, sure. What character? And they're like, we'll tell you on the day we're shooting what character you're playing.
Yeah, that would be interesting. Probably didn't even know it was a Marvel movie.
Yeah, maybe she did think it was the Odyssey, and she's like, "Where's Tom Holland? I don't see him anymore."
Yeah. Oh.
You're not Christopher Nolan.
Oh, Bernthal, Holland. Oh man, I'm on the Odyssey movie.
Yeah.
No, sorry, it's not that one.
Like, oh, he's CG. We're gonna CGI Tom Holland in. Don't worry about it. He'll be here.
Cool. All right. Do you have anything else you want to slide in there for that topic?
No, I think we're well covered on the Marvel front.
Well covered. Okay, cool. Well, we're going to sneak then on over to some trailer discussions. Yeah. So, which trailer do you want to start with here, Dylan?
How about we start with Wake Up Dead Man, the third Knives Out movie. I gotta pull this up because the cast is insane, which I already knew about because that was announced a while ago. But cast is insane. I feel like, have we seen a trailer yet or just a teaser? I feel like there was something, but this is maybe the first.
I think this is the first trailer, but we've definitely had a teaser.
Yeah, this is the first trailer I've seen for sure. But yeah, just knowing what that cast is, I've been excited for this movie. I gotta say, the trailer didn't really do much for me. I don't know. Maybe it's something about the setting. I like that it's maybe a bit more like, because the second movie was so bright and colorful, and I don't know, it just had a very different vibe than that original one, which I love so much. But this one feels like it's maybe a bit closer in energy to that first one. So I'm liking that, but I just don't know if there was as big of a hook this time around as like the first two ones, with the exception of the amazing cast, which has, of course, Josh O'Connor, Josh Brolin, Glenn Close, Mila Kunis is in here. We have Kerry Washington. I think Kaylee Spaney's in there. You know, the up and comer we're a big fan of. Jeffrey Wright. I don't even think I saw him in the trailer, but he's in this movie apparently. So yeah, just a killer cast, and we'll see which one of them is the killer. But I am excited for this movie. I like this I guess duo of movies. The second one didn't quite hit the same for me, but it was still a fun time. And yeah, I think this will be fun to see where he goes in this trilogy here, and see what Ryan Johnson's cooking up.
I agree with what you said there about that second one. The first one is a big highlight for me. I really liked it. That second one just didn't necessarily capture the energy that I was looking for, but this trailer got me pretty excited, and it has some very familiar beats that remind me of that first one. I got my ticket today to go see it as well, 'cause it's out next week.
The second one was a Netflix joint, wasn't it? But this one's in theaters.
The second one I did see in theaters as well, actually.
Okay.
I think they released it a little. Was it a little bit after? I can't remember what their schedule
Man,
was, but
I feel like I don't remember seeing that in theaters, but maybe I did because I definitely was on that review.
I think it was, yes, it was like a last minute announcement or something like that it was going
But
to
it's
be
on
in theaters.
it's releasing on like a Tuesday or something, isn't it?
It is, yeah, yeah, November 25th.
Okay, I think that's why I thought it was like some weird Netflix thing. But okay, that's a little bit different, but cool.
Yeah, so it'll be fun to see that one on the big screen, because I think, did we see the first one on the big screen? Because the first one wasn't.
Yeah, we did a review
straight to
for that,
Netflix.
I think, right?
We did, yeah. I don't think the first one was like a straight to Netflix one. I think that was theatrical, and then the second one they announced for Netflix, but then they were like, "Oh, hey, we'll put it in some theaters too."
Right, because they were trying to maybe get some like Oscar buzz or whatever for it. Maybe?
Yeah, yeah.
Huh.
I can't remember. Weird release
trilogy.
schedule, but yeah. So
Yeah.
I'm there for it though. I'm looking forward to it, and I think it'll be a good time. There's something about Daniel Craig's character. He's just got this charisma to him that I really like, and this excitement, and especially when he just drops that line like Scooby Dooby Doo. Like, he's just such a. I like his energy.
Mm-hmm. Let me ask you this: so on the IMDb, Josh Brolin's character has MONS as like instead of mystery as that, which I assume means Monsieur Jefferson Wicks.
Yes, yes.
What does FR stand for? Because that's what Josh O'Connor's character is. FR Judd Duplantis Duplantis. It's a weird Judd Duplantis, which I love. I can't pronounce it, but it's a dope name. But I don't know what the FR stands for.
Ooh. FR. Okay, it could mean Fräulein.
Fräulein. Isn't that like a woman name? A woman
German
thing?
honorific. Historically, the German honorific for an unmarried woman or girl, equivalent to Miss. It's an obsolete term. There's also Frau, Frau, Frau,
Okay.
for an adult woman, regardless of marital status. It's often
Any for
abbreviated as
someone that would,
FR.
but okay, well, Josh O'Connor. I don't think he's playing a woman in this movie. I could be wrong.
Oh yeah, no. Let's see. What does FR mean for a man?
Sometimes in safety gear it means fire retardant, but I don't think that's what I don't think he's immune to fire in this, but maybe that's a big plot twist with this character.
Means for real.
Okay, the for real Judd Duplanticity. So
Could
that's
stand less common, but it could stand for father as title for a priest.
cool. Oh, that makes it because he's a priest. Okay,
That
so he's
makes
father.
sense.
Father Judd Duplanticy.
I see
Father
that
Judd
now.
Duplanticy. So I can't wait to learn about that character. That's just amazing.
Sweet, yeah. Cool. Anything else you have on Knives Out?
No, I'm just looking at this cast again. Just such a deep roster, but no,
I
very
was not
exciting.
I was not expecting Mila Kunis, and I couldn't even recognize her at first. But just
Mhm.
hearing her voice a bit more, I was like, okay, yeah, that is Mila Kunis. That's cool.
Yeah, I haven't seen her in anything in a long while. Oh, Andrew Scott's in here too from Fleabag. That's exciting. This cast just keeps getting better.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
One guy
for
who used
sure.
to support us on Patreon that I don't know. We'll see.
Was
See how he
surprised to
does.
see him pop up too. Actually, that caught me off guard.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, cool. Well, what do you want to jump to next?
Well, let's see here. Project Hail Mary is another movie. This is the Ryan Gosling space. I guess NASA sci-fi situation. He's a scientist. He gets sent out to space to help figure out what's going on with his dying son or whatever. And then he bumps into an alien. And that's kind of how the first trailer ends. He fist bumps an alien. Maybe there's like a couple of quick lines. And I was kind of hesitant to watch this trailer at all because I'm very interested in this movie, even just from that first trailer. And I feel like I don't really need to know more. I don't really want more of this to be given away. And this trailer definitely shows off a lot more, including like the full look of what this alien creature does look like, and more about like them communicating and what that relationship is like. So I kind of wish that I hadn't seen this trailer, honestly, because I do want to see this movie, but I just feel like I don't need to. That first trailer was enough. It sold me on the concept. But other than that, it's kind of more of the same. I'm into this. I think it looks fun. I just like sci-fi. I like space stuff. I like, meeting alien races for the first time. And I think this is a very interesting setup where the alien race and Ryan Gosling's character both have the same goal. Like they're trying to just save their either solar system or universe, whatever it is. And so they both had to come to the same place to do so. And that's when they make this connection together and work together. So I think that will be a really fun dynamic. I'm excited to see this bromance between Ryan Gosling and a little rock creature. That should be fun.
Yeah. I love the book. I could not put the book down. I want
Oh,
a
I didn't know
sequel
his book.
novel
Okay.
too. It's based off a book, same author who did The Martian, Andrew
Sweet.
Weir. So it's if you haven't read the book, I highly, highly, highly recommend it because it is so good. And it's just one of those books where just the way that he describes the scenery and the things happening, you just paints a picture in your mind, and it just you feel so happy reading it. As many people call it co-op porn because the dynamic
Oh,
between our two protagonists, it's just like teamwork out the wazoo, and it's just feel good vibes. It really is. I'm not going to get
nice.
into any of the specifics because I think the story is really awesome, and it's a really, really good time. And so just to be able to see this as a movie, I'm beyond ecstatic for it. This is my number one for 2026 right now, just because
Whoa.
I'm so freaking
Right
pumped
on.
until they drop a Predator or a Star Wars or something in lieu of that. But no, this movie just has me really, really pumped, and I think that Ryan Gosling is really gonna land this character very well because he's an interesting character, and he does have like very sarcastic kind of approach to himself, and then yeah, the scientific role too. I think Ryan Gosling is a really, really good pick for it. But I'm looking forward to being able to talk more about it when we watch the movie and being able to break it down or review it. It's going to be a really, really fun time. So I highly recommend it. So I hope a lot of people don't watch the trailer because it does spoil a lot. That first trailer as well, when they kept playing it all the time in movies when we're at the theater. So I kept I cover Madison's ears, and I tell her to look away so she doesn't get spoiled, because the first trailer, if you watch the first half, like the first 2 minutes, you're okay. But then if you watch anything after that, and then this new trailer, if you watch it, you're getting spoiled. And that was one of the, when you're reading the book and you get to that point, with the second protagonist, it's like, oh my gosh, like I was not expecting this. This is so far out of like what they were setting up, I felt like, and where we came, but it's just such a cool thing. And you just, for me, and my kind of interests lie, it just got me so excited, and it's just so stoked. But I hope that he does do a sequel. He's definitely toyed with the idea and stuff like that, but I would love it if he just did another book, because it's such a good story and there's more to explore in that universe. So anyways, I digress.
Damn, that's super exciting. I didn't know you were such a hardcore Project Hail Mary guy. That's a fun bit of lore.
Oh, I am.
I love it.
One of those rare books that you cannot put down. And it's a quick read. It's not a very big book.
Okay.
And it's amazing how much ground they cover in that narrative in such a smaller size book too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Taylor, I'll tell you a book I was happy to put down is Wuthering Heights. Back in college when I had to read this sucker, and it was not for me. It was not my vibe, not my energy. That whole English class I was in, all the books this teacher picked were just not my speed. I did not enjoy that course very much at all. And so, since this was announced, because Emerald Fennell's next movie, of course, did Saltburn and Promising Young Women. So not thrilled that this is like her next thing, and especially now seeing a trailer, just kind of underwhelming. Like this is just not my cup of tea. I can definitely see why this is many people's cup of tea, and it is one of the most famous books ever, I feel like, and so those people are going to be thriving, and I'm sure it will be a good story and all that, but I really just have no interest in seeing this at all. Obviously the cast of Elordi and Robbie like paired up is fucking power, charisma oozing off the screen there, and the story seems interesting. If this guy disappears, and then I don't know if it's like I can't remember from reading the book if he comes back like actually, or if this is just like her having like visions of him coming back. I'm not sure what's going on there, but I'm not too intrigued to find out, if I'm being honest. So I think this one will be a skip for me, even though Saltburn was top notch. So a little unfortunate.
Oh, yeah. So what was it I was seeing? Oh my goodness! I took my mom to the theaters and we watched. One Battle After Another. Blanking out. So we watched One Battle After Another, and that was where I saw the first trailer for Wuthering Heights. And so my mom clued in right away. She's like, "Oh yeah, that's an old book or whatever." And so she was engaged with that a little bit, and it was just getting kind of sexual. I thought, "Oh yeah, this is kind of awkward already." Sitting here watching this.
Yeah, you and your mom always have the awkward experiences of the movie. Yeah.
Oh yeah, and One Battle After Another, definitely some awkward moments in that movie too.
Life, man.
Life, yeah. But yeah, this trailer I liked a little bit more because it feels like it was fleshed out and had a little bit more narrative to it, and so I'm kind of thinking, maybe a date night. I'll take Madison to see this, because I mean, as far as the time and place is. She is definitely a big fan of Pride and Prejudice, and I enjoy watching it, and there's just something about that time period that is just very relaxing and natural. So I think when it comes to Wuthering Heights, kind of following in that period, it's interesting. I'm curious, and yeah, I mean, Elordi and Robbie just going hard with passion, so it'll be interesting to see what happens there.
There's a shot in this of Elordi licking a wall, which I feel like was the exact same framing of Ole licking the bathtub in Saltburn. So I feel like Fennel's definitely going back to the well for that one. Which a good well to dip back into again. All good wells tonight.
A good well and a good wall. Yeah.
Must be. Like that. Yeah. It's like a Willy Wonka wall where it's flavored like
just candy. Yeah. Cool. All right. What's next?
I need you to tell me what you thought of Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die, because I'm feeling like I don't know how to feel. which is the worst feeling to have.
I mean, it was. Yeah, I don't know. I thought it was like a zombie movie at first, but it just seems like it's an AI controlling movie. But I don't understand where they're going with it because it looked like there was like a giant horse boss that they had to fight. So I have no idea where they're going with this movie. It seems kind of like I don't even know. It just seems weird.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it does seem like maybe like the future he's talking about isn't like a zombie future, but it's like essentially the equivalent of people who are so addicted to their phones or something like that that they just become just like unresponsive, I guess, in that sort of idea.
So is it
that's
like
what I thought they were going for.
so that does make sense actually. Yeah. So would you say it's like a cross of like universes kind of meshing and like multiversal kind of stuff unfolding?
I mean, I guess there's always that debate of like time travel, multiversal stuff. Kind of the same thing, kind of a different thing. This feels like a bit more confined, comparing it to Doomsday, which we just talked about for an hour. But yeah, it seems like it's just like one guy going back. But then, yeah, obviously, if like some people come back with him to the future to see what's going on there, I don't really know. Like, I don't know if they're coming to save the day or if he came back to save the day here, so that it changes the course of history, which is
I think that's what he
typically
was
how
doing.
these things kind of go. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But for the director here did a bunch of the Pirates movies, did Rango, The Lone Ranger, and then did a movie called The Cure for Wellness, which I don't know, and that was in 2016. This is his next movie, so he just had like a 9-year gap of not directing anything, so kind of a return to form, I guess. And then the writer, what has the writer done? Dora and the Lost City of Gold. That's one of them.
That was a movie. That was a movie.
Love and Monsters. That was a movie that existed. So not selling me on this concept, I will say. Also, apparently the writer of Star Wars Rogue Squadron. So get ready for that.
This Cure for Wellness, interesting cast roster here. You got Mia Goth.
Damn.
You got Dane DeHaan.
A 2016 Mia Goth, no less.
2016 Mia Goth, yeah. Dane DeHaan, who, Goblin from Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man. And you got Jason Isaacs, Lucius Malfoy.
Oh, yeah. Killer trio. I love it.
yeah. So interesting. Very, very
Maybe we should retro
interesting.
this before Have Fun, Don't Die.
I feel like Travis has talked about this movie before.
A Cure for Wellness. Let us know, Travis. Have you talked about this movie before?
Yeah. Let us know.
Because I don't recall. Yeah, I'm still feeling pretty unsure. That one is 100%. What is the Discord saying about that? I'm not venturing to find out on my own.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree.
And I honestly felt pretty similarly about another trailer, The Housemaid, which is a Sydney Sweeney and... Oh, no, I'm blanking on her name, even though she's great, from Mean Girls. Oh, jeez.
I gotcha. Her name is officially, last I checked, Amanda Seyfried.
Seyfried, that's the one. Cool duo. I like that. And then the other guy, I'm not sure what he is from. But yeah, the concept of this one is that Seyfried is like this kind of rich lady, I guess, who has a housemaid coming to work for her in the form of Sydney Sweeney, but then she is kind of crazy. And then just, the end of this trailer is just a bunch of crazy quick cuts of Sydney Sweeney shooting water out of her mouth, one where she's in prison, one where Seyfried's walking out of like presumably like a funeral. I feel like this movie's going to have a lot of flashbacks and a lot of fake dreams, the classic, someone is having a nightmare, they wake up, it's like, okay, well, they got me, I guess, but it wasn't real. This movie's going to have a lot of those two things, I think. This movie's going to be built on flashbacks and nightmare sequences.
Yes, I absolutely agree. I'm excited because this guy called Brandon Sklenar, Sklenar. I first saw him in the Yellowstone prequel, 1923, and he popped up in that movie. Was it? I think it was like The Tower or something like that. It was where the girl went on a date with this guy, and then she getting like airdropped messages and had to figure out who it was in the restaurant of this tall tower. It was a B movie. It wasn't anything to write home about, but he was in there too, and I really like him as an actor. He's really good. So I'm curious to see what he's like in this movie with Sydney
Hmm.
Sweeney and Seyfried. But their dynamic with each other, I'm looking forward to seeing what happens between the two of them. I think it's going to be very weird and again more zaniness and whatnot. But yeah, because I think Sydney needs a win because her last movie didn't look like it did too well.
Her
But
last three, I think, right?
her
She's just had
last
a
three,
bummer year.
yeah, yeah. I think the
This
last
one
good
also appears
one,
to be based on a book, so
yes,
we're really going all in on the book to movie adaptations tonight, aren't
yes,
we?
definitely a theme here, Rex. That's for sure with the book to movies. It's yeah.
So this one is directed by. What else is this guy directed? He's direct. I don't want to see what he's produced. I could care less. The School for Good and Evil. Remember that one? That like Harry Potter looking thing that came out a couple years ago.
School for Good and Evil.
You don't remember there was a TV show? I think it was a TV show. Maybe it was a movie. This doesn't say episode count, so maybe it was a movie.
It
Swear there was a
says
series.
2.5 hours.
Wow. Okay.
Mm.
You don't remember that one? Harry Potter looking thing? He directed 2016 Ghostbusters.
Oh, he did
Directed
that. He did that
Bridesmaids.
one. Oh, interesting. Okay,
He
there's a couple
directed
good
15 episodes
ones.
of The Office. So
Oh. That's a good
kinda crushing it.
portfolio.
did some Mad Men. All right.
Okay,
Arrested
okay.
Development, 7 episodes. I might be a fan of this guy all of a sudden. So you know what? Maybe I'm down. I think this movie. It just looked like a lot of the kind of. It looked very generic. I think is
Mhm.
the thing here. I will say, funny thing on the YouTube. You know how on YouTube it has like the most. You can see where people were clicking to, like the most played sequences. I went to the most played sequence in this YouTube video, and it's a shot of a girl taking her undies off. I mean, you don't see like you don't really see. You pretty much just see like a pair of undies. It's not even sexy. It's not even like I don't know why people would be titillated by this enough to want to click to see it over and over again. But you know, it's a Sydney Sweeney thing, so there's a certain crowd that shows up for these trailers and movies. But I was like,
Oh,
come on,
yeah.
YouTube, you can do better than this.
Jeez Louise. Oh, I might go see it in theaters. That might be
Oh, wow.
a date night. A
What?
date night one. It might be a date night one.
Jeez. Is this the
I
one that's
won't-
coming out on Valentine's Day? One of these movies did have like no, I think that was Don't
That
Die
was-
came out on Valentine's Day.
I thought it was Wuthering Heights.
Oh, maybe it was
Um,
both. Maybe it was both. But
maybe it was
definitely good
both.
luck. Have fun. I remember seeing that and being like, really? Valentine's
Mhm.
Day for that one?
Yeah, it's kind of a weird one for Valentine's Day for sure.
That
But
movie's Bombing for sure.
the Housemaid, yeah, I wouldn't see that one alone. That would definitely be a date night. Bring Madison to that so we could laugh and enjoy it together.
Well, that's a Christmas. It had a very Christmas vibes to it as well. That's coming out this Christmas, right? Yeah, it's coming out December 19th.
December 19th. Oof, that's
Because they were
Avatar.
trying to make when it starts out, it makes it seem like a kind of Hallmark Christmas movie, and then you get like the thriller like pang sound, and then you're like, okay, this is different. And then the trailer doesn't really feel like that, and then there's like the music kind of feels like it a little bit. So I don't know. I guess they're going for a Christmassy vibe, perhaps.
They're going for it.
Almost
yeah.
like a Die Hard kind of thing, where it's like it's not really. It's like set at Christmas, you know.
Yeah, I don't
Something
think
like
it's
that.
going to be a Christmas movie or theme really at all. I think they just slapped that on. The way the audio, the Christmas music felt with the trailer, it definitely didn't really sync that well, in my
Mhm.
opinion. I feel like they just slapped it
Yeah.
on there because we're getting into the Christmas time
Because
now.
we've had, I feel like movies like that now recently where people are like, okay, we're making a horror Christmas movie, and that's the thing. And this didn't really feel like, oh, this is a thriller horror like Christmas movie. It just felt like an afterthought, or it felt like maybe just something the trailer was doing, but the movie isn't doing. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Kind of strange.
Yeah, I agree. Cool. All right. Well, that leaves. There's 2 left.
Yeah,
My
they
count
both start
is
with
correct.
M-O.
You wanna talk some Moana?
I have not seen Moana, and this trailer, I mean, I don't know why anyone would want to see this if they haven't seen Moana. I feel like this doesn't sell anyone on the concept, personally. But maybe I'm just a bitter guy who's never seen the light of Moana. Because people love this movie.
Yeah, I enjoy the first one. I didn't see it right away. It took me a while to actually sit down and watch it. I mean, having a daughter helped, sit down and watch it. We saw the second one in theaters. That was a lot of fun. But yeah, like I like the movie a lot. I like the songs. I like The Rock's character in the movie quite a bit too. But them doing a live action one, I'm not really feeling it. Like I'm not there necessarily to like.
Mm-hmm.
Will I see it in theaters? Yes, I think it'll make
Oh.
a
Oh,
great
okay.
time. Like just family experience. But yeah, I don't know. It's just some movies that they've done are just really, really they hit home being an animated film only, and I think that they should just stay as that. When you're revisiting like these older films, like Cinderella and Sleeping
Mm-hmm.
Beauty and all that stuff, sure, let's make some live action adaptations of that because those are really old stories. And I'm biased because a lot of them I really enjoy when I was growing up. So I like seeing the new iterations and like the newer
Mm-hmm.
versions of the classical songs and whatnot. At least Lilo and Stitch definitely had a little bit of difference in there. Some stuff like you really nitpick, and I feel like I'm gonna do that with Moana, where you
Yeah.
know that original very, very well, and then you
And it's so
watch this
new still.
remake.
It's so fresh. That's
It is like
the big difference.
Moana 2 came out 2024.
I think that's
Uh,
right. And Moana 1, like, that still feels pretty recent to me, too. Watch it be like 10 years ago, but I feel like it was pretty recently.
no way, Moana came out in 2016. That's fucked. I'm
Is that
sorry. That
true?
is crazy. It says
No way.
2016.
That came out year
What?
one of the pod? I don't believe it. I don't believe it. I refuse.
That's what Google is saying. Let me
I
try
just don't
this
remember
again.
us talking about it much in the early podcast era, but
No, November
huh.
23rd, 2016. Yeah, it did. I'm
It
really
was
shocked
pre
about
us
that.
doing reviews, perhaps. I don't know. That's.
Yeah, it must have been.
Hmm.
When did Frozen 1 come out? Frozen 1 came out 2013, so 3 years prior, and then Frozen 2 2019.
I mean, I don't think Google's lying to you. I think it must have been 2016. It just feels like we're being gaslit by Google, right?
It kind of does. Yeah. That's just crazy. I thought it was all very, very much so a newer film. But you know what? Okay, then it's been cuz when is Moana the live action releasing?
Here's a rule of
2026,
thumb.
right?
If a movie came out post creation of GeekVerse, it shouldn't get a remake. Is
Yeah.
that safe to
I
say?
like that. I think that's a
At some point
safe
that
to
won't be
say.
true anymore. Maybe in like 5 years that won't be true anymore, but I think it still holds true. It's too
Mhm.
soon. But
Too
I mean,
soon.
$1 billion movie each time, right? So obviously it makes sense why it's
Well,
happened.
that's something that I saw too. This person commented like, "Oh, this is one of those movies where it's like, oh, why do we need this? But it's gonna make, over $1 billion." So, and
Yeah.
you got The Rock in there too, so he's gonna be bringing. A lot of people will be excited for that. I just hope that the CGI is a bit better because it didn't look the greatest in the trailers. That it just feels like, okay, again, why are you doing a live action movie for this when it's just the humans are the only actual things on set. Everything else is just all CGI and all green screen, right? So
Yeah. Yeah. It's the way she
yeah,
goes these days.
that's the way she goes. Well, that leaves us with our final movie trailer here.
It's true. Well, more of a TV trailer, right?
TV trailer. That's right.
Although it looks
Monarch.
like it could be on the big screen. Visuals looking spiffy, Taylor, I got to say.
Yeah, the trailer was definitely really, really exciting, and season one definitely had a lot of stuff in there too that was definitely high quality. It definitely felt like it was on par with movie. Um, and after watching this trailer, I was really trying to remember a lot of season one. I can't exactly remember how it ended.
Oh, okay.
There's some time distorted stuff, and like this one character is trying to figure out like his father and figure out his family stuff. But definitely the highlight that I will mention here are the Russells, the Wyatt and the Kurt. Oh my goodness, this it's just an absolute genius idea. Having in Monarch season one, you had two parallel storylines, and one in present day, and then one being like I think it was like 60, 70 years in the past, or like it was in the past, and both are from um, what is it called? Oh my god, the organization behind it all. Um, crap, I can't remember.
Illuminati, the
No,
UN.
no, definitely not Illuminati. Um, when you're dealing with whatever, you have Kurt Russell playing the older version of Wyatt Russell, right? And so both of them playing the same character, and they just did a banger of a job. Like father and son knocked out of the park playing the one character over like all these years. And so it looks like they're going to continue that with the trailer here. You could see some of Wyatt Russell's character coming back. So I'm really excited to get this story from the past and the present day kind of paralleling each other again, because they do a damn good job. And they're not slowing down, because we got a new Godzilla King Kong movie coming out not next year. I think it's 2027.
Okay.
So yeah, they're going full steam ahead.
I'm trying to see if Wyatt Russell also has a kid. So I wonder if they could get 3 generations going of the Russell family.
3 generations.
Wikipedia has like several half brothers and sisters of this guy. Has one cousin. Kind of crazy, all these random people that are here. I don't see any kids though. So I don't know. We might have to wait a few years before we get the 3 generation of
Is he
Russell
married?
action. He appears to be married. He's been married a couple times. He's currently married to someone named Meredith Hagner.
Okay, well I'm seeing here Wyatt Russell has 2 sons.
Oh, okay. Wikipedia did not count that.
Buddy Prine Russell, born in 2021, and Boone Joseph Russell, born in 2024.
His kids are named Buddy and Boone.
Buddy and Boone.
Buddy and Boone? Wyatt, what are you doing,
That's a
buddy?
change from
What
Kurt
is that?
and Wyatt.
Buddy
and
and Boone? That's ridiculous. That's like a
Buddy-
Beavis and Butthead moment.
It is. It really is. Buddy Prine
No offense to
Russell.
anyone named those things, but I think to me it's the combo of those 2 names together that is just... It's not a good cocktail. I'm not a fan of that.
Yeah, that's something.
Well, maybe we'll get that in Monarch season 5. We'll get 3 generations of Russells. We'll get Buddy and Boone. Why not? Throw them
Buddy
both
and
in
Boone. Get him in
Yeah.
there, yeah.
there. Yeah. Buddy, Boone, Wyatt, and Russell, and Kurt. There you go.
Well, do you have anything else you want to add on that trailer?
No. That was your plate of food. I was just kind of here to serve it to you, I think. Yeah.
Cool.
Eat up.
Well, classic Maddie fashion here. He
Mm.
sent us a question. Well, not a question, more like a demand or
a
a
demand.
statement.
Yeah, a
Yes.
demand, yeah.
He needs to know the order in which we like these trailers. Or
Okay.
excitement.
Do you want to go first, or do you want me to go first?
I could take a crack at it. Yeah.
Go for it.
So I think I'm gonna put good luck, have fun, don't die last.
Okay.
And then after that, I think I'm gonna go Moana. After that, I'll go Wuthering Heights. I'll go The Housemaid. I'll go Wake Up Dead Man. And then I'll go Monarch season 2, and then I will go Project Hail Mary at number 1. That's
okay.
just banger.
That's good. I feel like mine is going to be quite similar. I think at the bottom, I'm going to put Moana. Number 2nd from the bottom, I'll put The Heights. 3rd from the bottom, I'll put Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die. So that one's a bit higher for me, for sure. Then I'll go Housemaid. Then I'll go Monarch Season 2 for Taylor. I'll go Wake Up... Actually, I'll put Project Hail Mary 2 and then Wake Up Dead Man 1. Just because the Project
Nice.
Hail Mary trailer... I think I'm more excited for that project, perhaps, but the trailer itself wasn't quite as spicy, perhaps. So that's my order for the day. Overall, a mixed bag, but it was fun to break these down nonetheless.
Perfect. Cool. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in. That concludes our Weekly Geek this week. We'll be back. I think we got a news episode with the whole GV4 popping in on the Thursday, and then we're doing and originals, which will be up on the Patreon at certain tiers. And then we're also doing our Minecraft retro tomorrow too. That'll be dropping on the Patreon. So I got to finish watching that tonight. It's what a ride. What a ride.
You do got to finish that.
Yeah. All right.
Yep.
Well,
Good
we'll
stuff.
be back. So yeah, have a good one, and we'll see you in the search bar.
Bye-bye, everyone.